Morning guys, so it's Wednesday and since I arrived here in Manila it has been raining, so it has been pretty much gloomy. And in my earlier um, vlog vlog I actually told you that I had a hard time finding the first accommodation. um, First, because it was in the inner street, so thank God I had met someone from the airport. He was a good guy from the Latter-day Saints. He introduced me to a new app called Joyride, and we shared a taxi together since he was staying in Taguig. And thank God I did find that accommodation, but it was really, really hard to find. And also, when I was about to check out, it was harder to find a taxi who will transfer me to my second location. So, let me tell you about the things that I like and don't like about the two accommodations. So, let me see my cue card. The first was Red Door. Um, it was near BGC Mall. It was actually a Kadapan Transient Inn. So the place is relatively bigger than the one I am in. It has a small kitchen and a hot and cold shower, and it also provided a large area with YouTube and Netflix smart screen TV. It has a kettle, which makes it more comfortable in the morning where I can boil my water. But what I don't like about the accommodation was it was quite difficult to find, which I already stated. And two, there was no slippers. They did not provide toiletries other than the towel. And when I tried to call a landline number, um, the attendant told me they don't have a phone line. It was a bit strange because in agoda.com there was a phone line to contact the property. They did not allow me to contact an outside phone number in Makati at that. I don't know why. Even if I offered to pay. But on a general tone, since it was less than $1,000, 1,000 pesos, it was good enough. It was a walk away to Talipapa where I purchased my items and my food, which is also cheaper compared to eating in a restaurant. From that location, I had to wait a few hours since it was really rainy, and I got a lot of refusal from Joyride drivers. One, they don't know the place, and two, it was raining again. Finally, I got a Joyride after third attempt, and I just paid 50 pesos to arrive here in Oyo 518. It's my town, Amsterdam. The place is relatively smaller than the first accommodation. Again, it has a hot and cold shower, a mini ref, and a microwave. But the place is smaller compared to the Kadapan. On the brighter side, it's also more accessible. It's just a walk away from BGC. And right into that window, you can actually see the JP Morgan building. What I don't like about this accommodation is, one, their TV is not working. I tried to turn it on, but it did not work. Maybe because I'm not familiar with remote, or maybe I'm not familiar with the TV Plus thing, because we don't have that at home. And the the room does not provide any mat. So since it's rainy, I get in with my slippers. It's kind of making some pool, and there's nothing to, to dry your footwear. But the good thing about Amsterdam accommodation is just across the hotel, there's a barbecue, a bake shop, a grocery store. I mean, beside the hotel is actually a grocery store where I bought all my things. And they also have a laundry room, which is quite nice. And compared to my first accommodation, the staff here allowed me to dial the number in Makati with no extra cost. So I like the people here better than my first accommodation. The bad thing though is they don't provide you with a telephone, no telephone to contact the front desk. The first accommodation has that at least. So I guess when you're traveling, you don't really get to get everything you want, but at least when it fits your budget, I think you have more or less no right to complain, right? So I wonder what the third accommodation would be like, but I like this accommodation far better than my first one. Also, this accommodation did provide me with, look at this, 2 blankets, right? Here. Well, the first accommodation just provided me with a single blanket. So good thing I came from Canada. I was a bit accustomed to cold temperature. So, and oh yeah, coming in, if you saw my blog, you would notice that there was a wall with all the quotations that are inspiring, and every floor has their own password and a security pass, so that makes it relatively safer, right? I feel safe in this accommodation because just outside of my room is CCTV, and no one can access this floor unless the occupants assigned to this floor. So yeah, I highly recommend you stay in this place because it's near BGC. Actually, if it's not rainy, I would have gone for a walk, but it is. So this is me. I'll be checking out today and moving to a different location.